Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. I hope that you're having a great day. I certainly am. Today we're going to talk about the slave state, but we're also going to start out by talking about some evidence that has, to my knowledge, never been released. There was a crime that took place in Boulder, Colorado, back about 28 or 29 years ago, and you will probably remember it as the John Benet Ramsey case. What happened on that day, the police department came in to the house and they began destroying evidence right away. There was DNA that was taken from John Benet Ramsey. And I can tell you that I don't believe that the police department was inept. I think that they already knew who had committed the crime. Today they will not release the forensic evidence that they have, the DNA that was found on the little girl. The reason is, and it's very simple, somebody from the police department or from the mayor's office was the person who was the perpetrator that murdered the little girl. They probably had some kind of a pedophile who did those kinds of crimes in one of those two departments, and they wanted to protect that person. So they destroyed as much evidence as they could, and they blamed the family with everything that they could. Today, we have to understand that that is a part of what was known as the slave state. What is the slave state? Well, D.C. Inc. is what is known as the slave state. In 1871, D.C. became incorporated. When it became incorporated, everyone that was a part of the United States of America immediately became a slave to the incorporation. And so we were all useful to those people. And the biggest problem is they could do anything they wanted to us. Now, the children of that time, from 1871 until President Trump stopped this slave state, which has only been here within the last few months, that period of time, they could do anything they wanted to anybody who was a part of this country. That's why they were getting away with selling as many as 800,000 and 900,000 American children into sex slavery every year. Those children would be taken from their families by the departments of social services. That could be whatever your social services would called in your state. In Michigan, I believe it is called the Department of Social Services. But here in Ohio, it's called Job and Family Services. Well, they take your child away from you. The people at the local level get $5,000 to deliver that child to a certain place. And then that amount of money continues to go up as more and more people throughout the state and the federal government are involved. By the time you're done, the child is being sold into slavery for anywhere from $150,000 to $165,000. The situation then, that child goes through absolute hell, and then as sacrifice to either Moloch or Baal. We talked about them the other day in the idea that when Lucifer became Satan, he went ahead and elevated those two average, everyday fallen angels to archangels. And the way that they become stronger is through the destruction of innocence. That innocence can be abortions, or it can be children sold into sex slavery and becoming destroyed. And this is how Moloch and Baal become stronger and stronger. This is a terrible thing that America does to the children. Children have been, for 6 or however many thousands of years that mankind has been walking the face of the earth, children have become the victims of all kinds of evil, and all of that evil has to do with Satan. We have a situation in this nation where these crimes need to be discovered, they need to be found out, and the people need to know who did what, and we need to know why these people are being put in prison or being executed. And child sex trafficking is one of those things. Sedition is another thing. And treason is another thing. Now, we've discussed that cheating on an election is treason. You're committing treason against the people of the United States who are following the letter of the law when they vote. So that's another thing. The child sex trafficking has been protected in America and around the world for a long time. All of the countries of the world, the populations became slaves to the people that ran the country. And none worse than here in the United States. The next step that they were going to take was to literally destroy the American people. In fact, the American people were the first group that they were going to eliminate. The elimination was supposed to have been completed on December 31st of 2024, about 6 months ago. Well, it didn't get completed because in 2015, President Trump ran for office. Now, the alliance had told him that they could go ahead and they could complete the process even without him. But they told him, they said, if you don't join us, at least half, if not more, of the world's population will die in the process of us freeing the people. But if you do join us, then it will be in the millions, but at least it won't be in the billions. And that is what we have seen. President Trump is in the process of freeing the people worldwide. He is in the process of bringing back the financial institutions to the people of the world. He is also bringing back the freedoms and the rights of the people. He is taking away the parts of the constitutions worldwide that were enslaving the people, which started, of course, in 1871. The fact is that he has brought us to this place, and he is going to finish the freeing of the people. Please remember to give us a like, to subscribe to our channel, and remember that to have a good day, you need to have a good prayer that will reach the throne of God. And with that, good day.